In this video, we're going to look at topic 68, example 3, part B. So they're again asking what is the solution of the system of equations, and we have three equations with three variables. So quick review from part A. Remember that we had equations 1, 2, and 3. We were allowed to do these three things for the most part. We really use option 2 and 3, or rules 2 and 3, where we can multiply any equation by a non-zero number, and we can add two equations together and use the new equation to replace the previous one. So that's what we're going to look to do. Something different will happen in this problem. You'll see as we go. So step one, I always like to rewrite the equations. Helps me stay a little bit more organized. So x plus y plus z. And remember, you are allowed to eliminate any variable you want in any order you want. Sometimes there will be easier options, and sometimes there will be not so easier options. So for this one, right off the bat, I noticed that the y's can be canceled out if I add up equations 1 and 2. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take equation 1, which is 2x minus y plus z is equal to 3, and equation 2, which is x plus y plus z equals 5. And I'm going to add those up because the y's will drop out. So 2x plus x would be 3x. The y's are gone. Z plus z is 2z, and 3 plus 5 would be 8. So let's call that equation 4. And let's do the same thing again. You have the choice. You can pick equations 1 and 3 or 2 and 3. It doesn't matter which combination you pick, but it does matter that you cancel out the y variable. Right? You don't want to cancel out a different variable than what you did in the first grouping. So I'm going to choose equations 1 and 3. No specific reason. I'm just deciding those are the ones I'm going to work with. All right, so here nothing cancels out, and again, I'm only concerned with the y's for this problem because I need the y's to cancel out as I did in the first grouping. So to match these up, to match the y's up, I'm going to need to multiply this top equation by -2. Sorry, not -2, +2. The signs are already opposite, right? I have a negative and a positive, so I just need to multiply by +2. So I get 4x minus 2y plus 2z equals 6. So 2 times 2 is 4x, 2 times negative y is negative 2y, 2 times z is 2z, and 2 times 3 is 6, so that checks out. And then I'm just going to bring over equation 3, which is negative 4x plus 2y minus 2z equals 0. And maybe you noticed something already, but maybe you don't. I'm going to add these up. My x's cancel out, my y's cancel out, my z's cancel out, and 6 plus 0 will be 6. So if everything here cancels out, right, they're all opposites, I'm left with a 0. And 0 equals 6. Well, that doesn't really make any sense. So 0 does not equal 6. And what happens here is that this is called an inconsistent system. Let's make sure I spell this right. Yeah, we're good. Inconsistent system. And what that means is that there is no solution. It's almost a good thing because it means less work. So if you do solve the problem, or as you're solving the problem, you get to a point where you have a left and a right side in an equation that definitely are not equal to each other. You have a constant equal to a constant. It could be 5 equals 2. It could be 0 equals something. Most likely it's going to be 0 equals something because that means all of your variables have canceled out. So there you are. You have an inconsistent system and there is no solution. So that's your answer. Remember these three rules, the allowable rules. Again, rearranging, I've said it a couple times already, you're really not going to have to rearrange very much. We will get to that later when we start solving these using matrices. It will be a little bit more convenient when we start rearranging, but steps 2, or I keep calling them steps, rules 2 and 3, you're going to use those quite frequently, so make sure you're familiar with them. Don't get frustrated by these problems. Do expect that you're going to make mistakes. It is going to happen. Just work through them, take your time, be careful with your addition, subtraction, and multiplication, and hopefully don't make too many errors. It happens. I make errors on these constantly. I have to go back and fix them. So just be prepared to make mistakes and be okay with it.